You like cheap comic books, right? Well, I'm Professor Allen, and I talk about cheap comic books on the Quarterbin podcast. In every episode, I'll dissect a single comic from my collection, as long as I paid no more than 25 cents for the issue. Forget about $4 new comics that you can read in 4 minutes, or crossover events that can cost $100 to collect. Join me in the Quarterbin, where even bad comics are a bargain, and good ones are a steal. The Quarterbin podcast is part of the Relatively Geeky Podcast Network. Visit us at relativelygeekypodcast.blogspot.com or search Relatively Geeky or Quarterbin Podcast in iTunes. I guarantee it'll be worth every penny.
Our LCS is Cowabunga Comics, Lake Country, Wisconsin's best pop culture destination for new comics, back issues, gaming, retro video games, vinyl, and figures. Give them a call, 262-569-9999. Check them out online at cowabungacomics.com or follow them on Twitter at Incredicow. They are our LCS, and we utilize their deep discount mail order service to bring Oconomowoc, Wisconsin closer to us. They'll take care of you. Tell them Drew and Kyle sent you. Say hi to Eric and James from us. If you need an LCS, you can't go wrong with Cowabunga Comics.
New comics for fun and profit. This is Kyle and Drew with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 878. For comics originally coming out January 23rd and January 24th. But before Drew and I get into what's coming up in your local comic book shops this coming Tuesday and Wednesday, Drew, it's cold as all get out here at home. How we doing?
My goodness, we have 4-5 inches of snow out there.
Yeah.
Something like that. I know, like you
have as many inches as we have degrees in the temperature.
Yeah, it's freaking cold, and there's lots of snow out there, and I don't want to leave the house ever. And I know somebody's going to go out there and shovel it, and there were no elves. No elves came last night to shovel my sidewalks, and there doesn't seem to be any enterprising young whippersnappers in the neighborhood that want to make a few bucks. So
yeah,
it looks like
there's not an app for that. So
we need a shovel app. if we can do Uber, we could do shovel.
Absolutely,
I would think. You know, it could be shovel in the winter and mow in the summer.
There you go.
Oh, that's a good one. I like it. Patent that.
There we go.
It's probably already done. It's probably already somewhere else, not my neck of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Our good friend Jason sent us this for a big shout out. Hanna Behedry of Superfan Promotions has written her first comic book story in Project Cryptid number 5. It comes out this Wednesday, so it's his sneak peek of the week, I guess.
He's throwing his in.
She is the publicity arm of Ahoy and maybe some other publishers that helps Jason book talent on his interview episodes. So she's been a real partner to him getting these creators to come on the podcast. So we thank her very much. Her story is called Cryptids Anonymous.
Okay.
It's a story about Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, and other cryptid creatures have a meeting once a month to talk about some of their problems they're facing in the real world. And sometimes there was even an argument between Bigfoot and the Yeti.
There we go.
So that's kind of a cool concept. So support Hanna Behedry, who supports comics for fun and profit, by buying Project Cryptid number 5. Yeah. From Ahoy, yes, that's right. Now I think we need to take a quick look at our Hot 10 from...
Yeah, I'm going to head over to our good friends at comicbookinvest.com. I'm going to see what their top 10 hot list is for January the 19th.
It seems new.
And we are starting with some Spider-Man. We're starting with Ultimate Spider-Man number 1, written by Jonathan Hickman.
Okay.
Well, we hesitate to put this book on the list last week, but sales are still strong with over 220 sales of the cover A. It started as a $10 to $15 out of the gate book. And now it is a $30 to $40 book, and there was a high sale of $60. Well, it's great to see a cover A perform so well on the aftermarket. We do pause when we see all of the ratios selling under ratio still. It's just an odd dynamic and one we don't see very often. Some of the other open order variants are also doing very well, being pulled up by the rising tide. An argument could be made that this comic could have at least 4 to 5 entries on this list if you use the different variants, but we're just going to hold it 2, which transitions to the number 2 book, The Black Suit.
Now, wait a minute. Why are we hesitating to put this on the list if it has 220 sales for an A cover?
No.
What?
Well, they're hesitating to not put 5 different covers is what they were.
Oh, that's what he's saying?
Yeah.
Okay, because
then they hesitated to put it on last week's list.
Because to me, that qualifies. All this qualifies.
Yeah, with a bullet.
Yeah, with a bullet. Yeah.
As noted above, we could have included the JSC or the family portrait that started selling for $20. Then we have the Ben Reilly suit and the Spidey 2099, also around $30. But the other big draw seems to be the black suit variant.
Yeah.
This one has had over 65 sales in the past week, averaging $50 raw at a high kick of $75.
Yeah, that's a nice look. And so this is Hickman's relaunch of Ultimate Spider-Man in the Ultimate Universe that's gone, but now back.
Gotcha. Gone but not forgotten, but re here now.
Okay. You know what would be great? Because Miles doesn't seem to really work in the 616.
Uh-huh.
And I think they, screwed the pooch, getting rid of the Ultimate Universe and bringing Miles over.
Yeah.
How about we just go back and send Miles back to the Ultimate, where he flourished for all those years, and then he doesn't have to coexist with our Peter Parker Spidey in the 616. They don't have to team up. They can team up every once in a while, but they don't have to cross paths all the time.
So are you saying segregate the 2 characters?
Oh God, no! Jesus, I didn't mean it. Forget I said it. Yeah, separate but equal though.
Yes.
Oh Lord.
I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
Go, move on.
At rank 3, we have the Hood #1 from our good boy BKV with the Kyle Holtz cover. Still not a ton of volume on this yet, but this quickly went from $20 for Raw last week to $40 to $50. CGC 9.8s were only about $135, and on January 1st this week we saw one sell for $220.
So this is optioned?
Nowhere near its peak, but a solid rebound for a book that's been ignored for the last few months. I did not see that, so we'll have to do some research on that one.
It must be. I mean, I have this sitting in my BKV box. And I don't even think I've read it.
Yeah, I think I have some too.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's an oldie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very early. At rank 4, we have Fantasy Quarterly #1. This is a weird old book. I'm trying to find the year on it, but I do not know.
Yeah, I'll Google that while you're talking.
Nearly 20 sales the week following news of an animated something or other coming our way.
1978.
That's what I thought. This first appearance of ElfQuest isn't a cheap book, but we have seen some spikes in Raws hit around $350, and CGC 9.8s are $2,400, which looks like an all-time high.
Wow.
Now, I remember the ElfQuest books I would get from the library, but not the comics necessarily.
Oh, so you read ElfQuest?
I mean, it was one of those things I could get at the library. It was a little dirtier than it should have been. So yeah, I enjoyed the ElfQuest. I spent a lot of time in the library, if you didn't know.
Yes, yeah. We back, behind the scenes, our mother is a librarian, so we spent a lot of time in the library. So.
Yeah, very much so. At rank 5, we have Max #1. Of course, that's Max with 2 X's. About 40 or so sales this week following the movie news of Channing Tatum still moving forward to star in this adaptation. Most sales are about $2 to $4. But this has been a dollar book for decades. What is interesting is there are multiple CGC 9.8 sales this week hitting $100, which is quite a bump for what this was as a dollar book.
Yeah.
At rank 6, Wonder Woman 19. George Perez, writer and cover artist. Not a ton of volume yet, but no one was looking at this book last week before the casting announcement from James Gunn that Anya Kalorta from The Witcher, will voice Circe in Creature Commandos. As mentioned before, the animated voice actor will also play the character in live action if it gets called up. So this is exciting news for the DCU. After a couple cameos in issue 17 and 18, this cover appearance seems to be the one collectors are now looking for, as this has gone from a $5 book to $20.
So Creature Commandos is animated.
Uh-huh.
But if they do a live action, then they'll use the voice
If they
actor.
use this character in live action, even if it's not Creature Commandos, they've been trying to use the subsequent people.
It says, yeah. So, okay. That's interesting because usually you hire them for their voice, not their looks.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. So they're casting the the animated voices like they would cast a live action.
There needs to be an aggregate of both.
Just in case they decide to do live action, there could be continuity. Okay, that'd be interesting.
So that goes there. Therefore, we shall not be getting any DCU voiceover work. We have the voices, Drew, but I don't know that we would transition as well.
I mean, with the record lately, how did Aquaman do?
Oh, I don't know. It didn't get panned like it was some other thing.
I forgot about it actually until just now. Shazam. What else did we have? Blue Beetle. Nothing really hit the last year or so.
Aquaman 2 was the fourth top grossing superhero movie of 2023.
Yeah, in 2020, and it was only out for like a week in 2020.
Yeah, opened to 80 million overseas.
Okay, that's good. That's goodish.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it cost, but that's the last hurrah, right? For that version of the DCU.
Yeah. It made 140 million more than Aquaman 1 and had a lower budget. So hypothetically, it should have been considered a success, but who knows?
Oh, okay. Yeah. That sounds good. Okay. So then all DCs haven't been stinkers then. So we have some hope that there will be enough juice behind this new James Gunn verse.
Well, the Marvel fanboys will say billion or bust. So
okay, well, nobody's doing that anymore.
There you go.
Are they? Besides Barbie and Oppenheimer?
I was going to say we had Barbie to hit it, so yes, things are doing it.
Super Mario did $1 billion.
Yeah, and we're supposed to get a Deadpool trailer at Super Bowl, and we'll see when that releases.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Deadpool might have some hype with all the cameos.
With all the everything.
Yeah.
At rank 7, we have Superman number 10, the 1 in 25 Leslie Lee cover. Only about a dozen sales this week, and many close to ratio. But there were a few that crept up to $40 as the week has gone on. Quite a few auctions in play right now, but most listed are looking for $30 to $50 at present. We'll see how this Marilyn Moonlight cover holds up.
And Marilyn Moonlight's a new character?
I've not heard of her prior to this, so...
Was a Wild West hero known as the Spirit of Metropolis. The present day, she returned as a ghostly avenger on the streets of Metropolis. Okay.
There we go. At rank 8, we have Cobra Commander 1 in 100 John Boy Myers. Over a dozen sales for this foil 1 in 100 incentive cover. It is only selling a bit over ratio at about $125, which is interesting. Is the market finally getting worn out by these super high ratios to boiler covers?
Well...
Because if you look behind Cobra Commander, there's Megatron.
Yeah, very nice.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, it's quite a phenomenon, these spoiler covers. So, are we getting sick of Star Wars first appearances? Some would say we're getting fatigued of that, but we still continue to chase those when they happen. Are we getting sick of homage covers? But
a lot of the spoilers are held behind high end ratios.
Yeah, I got you.
Are we just saying it's gotta leave you?
Yeah, that's true. Only a 25% over ratio. I guess that's okay.
At rank number 9, Daredevil number 9, the David Mack series, increasing to more than 50 sales this past week, has hopped it up from the OLI and then back on the list. on dipping prices last week for the reason in keeping it off the hot 10, but this week it has bounced back with a raw sale hitting $100 again, and at least half a dozen CGC 9.8 sales hitting $250 once again. Surprising given that Echo is now aired and is still maintaining buyers' interest in this book.
Have you watched Echo?
I have not.
I have not either.
I'm probably going to jump in and catch a first episode, not try to pile them, just because I'm curious where they're doing with it.
Yeah.
Iron Fist number 14. Chris Claremont writing this one. About a dozen sales the last week, but prices are on the rise in higher grades as many are enjoying the Sabretooth War event going on right now in the pages of Wolverine. CGC 9.0s were under 500 back in December, and one just sold for $650. Plus, we have a possible appearance in Deadpool 3 to look forward to with this book as well. Notable sales to mention as well. Don't bury the lead, my brother. Silver Surfer number 1, our boy Stan Lee, of course. A CGC 9.8 sold this week for a dazzling $132,000, which is easily an all-time high. Last 9.8 sales were for only $27,000 back in 2017.
Wow. Do we even believe it's a 9.8?
Don't be that guy.
You know.
Don't be that guy.
Does a 9.8 mean a 9.8 anymore to you? Does it feel the same?
Yes. I will not bring down the industry with my doubt.
You still believe? You're like the David Duchovny of
# believe all graders.
Slabs. Okay. All right. Good for you.
The other notable sale, Terrors of the Jungle 17 by our good friend Varios. CGC 6.0 sold this week for $4,080, which is more than double the last sale in this grade of $1,920 back in 2022. Terrors of the Jungle 17.
I think the C4FAP website needs to feature only Raws. Only Raws, and then we'll just talk about Raw sales, never even talk about slabs.
So as we're doing these, when it says CGC 9.8, we just don't say it.
No, I'm saying if we were to track, because I they put this together, we will share their information. I'm saying, let's say we were better than we were, and we had our own website of hot comics sales. I would want to ignore CGCs and just talk about the good old days of Raws. Gotcha. And selling and trading and rarities, and I'd leave CGC, CBSI or CGC and PGX and all those guys out of the mix.
Gotcha. Feel free to do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna start working on the HTML right now.
Very nice.
The kids still use HTML? Is that still okay?
No.
It's
all Flash based.
Oh, damn it.
But that's all in the future. And Drew, speaking of the future, let's head on over to our DC Connect for April comics coming out.
Wow.
We're talking about that in February. This is issue 45 of the DC Connect, featuring a cover with House of Brainiac on the cover.
Oh, wow.
DC titles. As we skip through and we stop at the very first book, and of course we start with the big dog. We start with Batman 146 from our boy Chip Zdarsky. Yasmin Putri cover is a really nice Delato cover. The 1 in 25 is Mateo Scalara on that one. 1 in 50, a very weird Jorge Fornes cover. That's an odd cover.
Yeah. We're still dealing with Zur at this point, too.
Dark Prisons continues as Batman learns from an old mentor that Zur's plans are for Gotham City and the world.
Do you remember when Scott Snyder's run went on just a little too long with that storyline about...
You didn't like Bloom?
I don't know if it was Bloom or if it was...
Mecha Batman?
There was like a... I can't remember now. It's been so long, but there's like a story arc that lasted like 12 issues, so it lasted all year long, and it was just like it kind of drug there at the end, and it was kind of the beginning of the end for Snyder, and he'd had a 36 issue run, and And you were like, okay. Well, maybe his best days are behind him.
Nope, don't remember any of that.
Anyway, that's how I felt back then.
Gotcha.
I'm sure I shared that with the listeners and you ignored me.
So I believe you're trying to say is Zdarsky move along?
I'm saying, Zdarsky, get out of this Zer stuff. You've been in it for a while. Do some other tidy little arcs. They don't have to be 12-issue epics. Feels like it's been going on for 12 issues. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
We have artist spotlights variants I'm noticing on this Batman 146, and the artist spotlight that we are spotlighting is Jim Lee covers. So that's cool that we are getting some artist spotlight variants from Jim Lee, hopefully this whole month on books. Drew, you posed a question to me last week.
Yes.
When we combed through some of the Free Comic Day books and talked about what DC's planning was to talk about those. Well, as we go through the DC Connect, we stumbled upon the first DC major event 2024 Free Comic Book Day Special Edition.
Yeah, and it's things will never be the same.
Things will never be the same.
This is the prelude to the biggest comic event of 2024. Well, of 2024. It's
a story 30 years in the making.
30 years in the making. So what was 30 years ago? What's been going on for 30 years? I don't even know.
The 90s.
Yeah, so there you go. And this special Free Comic Book Day tale, the final domino in an epic scheme comes tumbling down, and the DC universe will never be the same. More details to come.
Yeah. Barda 2024, also a Free Comic Book Day special edition.
But for this one, cool. Things will probably be the same.
Dark Side is, and Olliffe is Apocalypse, blah, blah, blah. Free Comic Book Day, Barkham Asylum 2024. You know me, I love a good pet.
Yeah, I don't think you'll read this.
Free Comic Book Day, Mad Magazine. Free Comic 2024. Featuring Superman. Crap, I'm already in costume.
Wow, that's, that feels feels a little dated.
There we go. All right, we're heading over to books that you have to pay money for, Drew. We are back on Detective 1084, Rom V. Tell us how long in the tooth Rom V is and how he needs to be replaced.
It's time for him to be replaced. Have I mentioned that? Please.
Somebody
else take a crack at Detective for a year. Come on. Let's see what happens.
Another artist spotlight cover by Jim Lee, though, so that's cool. Batman and Robin number 8, Joshua Williamson, as Batman finds himself in the clutches of a new cult that worships Man-Bat. Robin continues his own investigation into its high school connections to Shush.
Yeah, who's his
So Shush did not go away. Shush is here.
Yeah. Yeah, and so the last one I read, I think I'm one behind, but like I think my principal is Shush. So then he's like going undercover in high school, like that. What was that cop show?
21 Jump Street?
21 Jump Street style, man.
There we go.
I'm like, all right, I can go with this. This is cool.
There is a cool Shush cover by Ejikuri. That's kind of neat. I like that out of the covers there. And, of course, like I said, Jim Lee spot. Batman Off-World number 5 by Jason Aaron. You reading this, buddy?
I think I read the first issue and I didn't like it, so I have to decide if I'm going to keep reading or not.
This is the penultimate issue of Jason Aaron and Doug Mankey's sci-fi epic. Sci-fi and Batman, I can't get my head around it.
No, it doesn't work.
That's Dan Mora cover, so that's good too.
Yeah.
Batman Dark Age number 2, Mike Allred. What you got for me?
I will read this one for sure. I love Mark Russell. You don't like Allred, but I can look. These were the same ones that did the Superman Space Age, right?
And I don't dislike Mike Allred. I just don't get it.
No, you dislike him. You have a high hatred for him.
I tried to hide behind something and you pulled the rug off.
Yep, you hate him.
Catwoman 64. We got a lot of purple suit Catwoman going on here between In-Hyuk Lee, Derek Chu, LaRue, all this stuff here. And we've got
I wonder if that's part of the deal. You can do a cover for Catwoman. Here is the color palette. Don't vary.
And of course she's in space as well, just FYI. Or at least she is on the main cover, so
yeah.
Who knows? Batman the Brave and the Bold 12. A lot of people writing this. $8 a cover.
Ugh. Ouch.
Nightwing 113. Drew Legacy 300. You didn't think about Legacy Nightwing for how long? But boy, here it is.
And I thought it'd be higher.
I did too.
Thought it'd be higher. I mean, I was thinking Grayson went on a while, and there was another Nightwing series that went on for a while. This is 113, so I would have guessed over 500, right?
I would have thought so.
And this cover is an homage to something that I don't know. I'd have to look it up, but this is an homage to something.
It's very cool. The Dan Mora cover. It's cool that Nightwing gets Dan Mora. Dan Mora is one of my favorites. The Campbell cover is really stupid. Rafael Acuna, Serge Acuna, flashback to the disco days. I like that. Of course, our 1 in 25 is just a version of our cover A, which is stupid. Because I don't know that one needed. Actually, that's not our cover A. They're not giving us our cover A.
That is our cover A, isn't it? I mean, this Bruno Redondo is our cover.
Yeah, for some odd reason, I forgot to back up, so we had 15 things above it. Yeah, and then, of course, I get a Jim Lee cover for that, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, I like this. It's like a film strip.
Yeah, stop motion animation almost.
Yeah. And Bruno Redondo likes to experiment with stuff like that. And some we've liked, some we haven't. Yep. We hope he stops experimenting with memes, right?
Again, I liked that. It was just weird for the A.
Yeah. Oh, and a bonus Nightwing, same month, we get an annual, Kyle.
Yeah.
And it's not Tom Taylor.
And it doesn't look like it's Nightwing. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
The Secret Origins of B. Bennett.
Okay. So you want a little bit more about B. We got plenty of B in the last story.
Pirate adventures. We learned that B. Bennett, Dick even the solicit doesn't know what to call him.
Yeah.
Dick / Rick's ex-girlfriend is a pirate queen whose father is the quartermaster.
Well, they got to remind you that he was Rick then.
Yes. We get a Matina cover for an annual. I like that. And this isn't bad. Like, they didn't scalp us on the Legacy 300, just a $5 book, not like an $8 book like sometimes Legacy numbering things get us.
Yeah.
So you could afford both these books.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if 8 pages is worth $1.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't seem to me like it is worth $1, but I guess if you do the math, yeah, 8, that's what you're paying for. You're paying $1 per 8 pages.
Yep. Harley Quinn's super villain for hire. Harley Quinn 39. Got a Jenny Frison cover that's not too shabby.
Jay Faerber there. Who's the other one?
No Jim Lee cover for Harley.
Mindy Lee, though.
Mm-hmm.
Any relation?
Maybe.
Oh, and we get Erica Henderson doing the annual. That'll be fun.
That is an awful cover. Which Erica Henderson is doing the cover.
You hate it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Give me your opinion.
I like it. It's just different. I don't know what she's doing exactly. Looks like some kind of I don't know what's the pricing about.
We're pricing the outfit like we've got a haul video, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, I don't hate it. It doesn't really look like Harley though.
No, it doesn't.
Just her interpretation. Her Squirrel Girl interpretation.
Yeah, we have Zatanna and Harley in one episode. This is not what you'd given me 100 guesses at what the cover would look like. This would not have been it.
Okay. But, I mean, the variant isn't better. Who did the variant? Also her?
Yep.
Yeah.
I had already slung mud on her, so I wasn't going to do it a second time.
Yeah, double down. You like neither one of those.
Yeah. Love the Derek Chew Birds of Prey number 8.
Yeah, shiny. Photoshoppy.
Ejikiri isn't mad either. I'm curious about Ejikiri. Or Ejikiri. I'm not sure exactly the phonetics.
I mean, it's probably it. Ejikiri seems like that's right too.
Ejikiri.
Wow, look at that Outsiders cover. Who is doing that? Roger Cruz. What do you think of that? Mailman. It's kind of neat.
Every day. The places between pages.
Yeah, kind of like that.
I can deal with it. Poison Ivy 21. Red Hood, The Hill 3.
So I wonder if like the Poison Ivy people and the Frizzen people fell out because she hasn't done one for a while.
Yeah, she moved on to other things.
Yeah, she had kind of run the gamut there, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Red Hood, The Hill. You said this is what now? Remind me.
I have no idea.
Yeah. And who is Sean Mark?
The Hill is his. It's his version of Bloodhaven.
Oh, it's it's his part of Gotham that he.
Yeah.
That's like Brooklyn or something.
Yeah, Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, his Hell's Kitchen. Okay, I like that.
Batman, Superman's World's Finest 26. Is that Mr. Mixelplex and Batmite?
It looks like it. Yeah.
Moving on to the next. Penguin 9. Dope little Matina variant.
So far behind in that.
And now we start House of something or other.
Brainiac, right?
Yep. House of Brainiac Part 1. Joshua Williamson with Action Comics 1064.
So this is something
really good
you can just hop into, I'm thinking.
Yep. So between Action Comics 1064 and Superman 13, they are a connecting cover and a connecting story. 2 parts of Brainiac.
And there's no House of Brainiac prequel issue that you need to read, I don't think. So this is cool. This would be something I could dip my toe in.
Yeah. We do have the House of Brainiac, Superman House of Brainiac special.
Mm-hmm. Which is after that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then the tie-ins. You can't help yourself.
Power Girl with the tie-in, and it of course has Lobo's daughter there, whose name or Crash or something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Crush. Hope she pops off. I have her one cover that was really good and sought after.
Who's doing that 1 in 25? Irvin Rodriguez. Okay.
Oh, is that the Suicide Squad Dream Team number 2? The Harley Quinn Sweeney Boo cover is pretty good.
Yeah. Deviant.
Sinister Sons 3. Peter Tomasi.
Yeah, that first issue hasn't come out yet. I'm not sure what that's going to be.
Trapped in the Belly of a Space Whale.
I have
before. Oh, go ahead.
No, I have Neil Before Zod number 1, and I just haven't read it.
Yep.
Curious how that is.
On the 4th. Interesting. Wonder Woman number 8 by Tom King. The Daniel Sampier and Belen Ortega cover A, very good. All the other covers very good. That 1 in 25 Swabby, that is dynamite.
Joshua Sway.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say Swabby and move on with my life.
Joshua Sway, Swabby. These kids with their names.
Yeah. Flash number 8, where's Wally West? We don't know. Moving on.
Lyrics. Nice cover, Lyrics.
I believe it's LaRue, but that's okay.
Oh.
I have absolutely no idea. I was just messing with you.
That wasn't even close.
Flash 2024 annual number 1.
Are you a Speedster guy? Do you like the Speedsters? The family
I
of
enjoyed
Speedsters?
the show. The comics were difficult past the New 52.
Gotcha. Titans, I feel like I am turning my back on Tom Taylor by not being current with Titans. And I feel bad. Because I've supported him in pretty much everything. So
I mean, continue to. There's no reason not to. You're a bad person.
I'm just a bad person.
Come to the end of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's official. Green Arrow 11. Green Lantern 10, which is a House of Brainiac tie-in.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right there in the Starburst.
Yeah, Green Lantern War Journal 8. Shazam 10. That's a cool dollhouse cover. I like that.
Normally I like that sort of cutaway stuff, but this isn't. This is okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I usually have a rule that you either have a house cutaway or a T-Rex with a monocle, not both. So
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If you would have put a cat on there, though, you'd have been
Yes. Just a subtle cat in there.
Yes.
Just, stuck in a tree, perhaps. Blue Beetle 8. Trippy covers.
The final issue of Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong, number 7. Titanic conclusion. I forgot about the series. I was reading
Can't wait to find out who the winner is.
I think it's going to be Justice League. My money.
Yeah. Suicide Squad, Kill Arkham Asylum, number 4. When does this friggin' video game come out?
Yeah, and do you want the Mad Hatter weapon doll token?
You know it. That Nakayama cover is pretty crazy, but I like it. Superman 78, the metal curtain, number 6. Sorry, I went straight to steel curtain.
Is the cover by Gavin Guidry a coloring book cover? Have we done that before?
We've done coloring books. I don't know if we've done specific.
Have we done adult coloring book covers? We may have. May not have.
8 all new stories to put a spring in your step. Of course, it's coming out in April. So we have DC's Spring Breakout.
Hey, do you want a book written by people you've never heard of? Well, it's Megan Fitzpatrick, Cameron Chittock, Joey Esposito, Morgan Hampton, Patrick Young, Tom Krajewski, Mike Barr, and more nobodies. There you go.
But
and it's $10.
Sweet, it's $10. And again, that's sticking to your $8 or $1 per 8 pages.
Yeah,
sticks to it perfectly.
Yeah, the math formula still works.
Checks out. Jeff Johns, Mikael Yanin, Justice Society 11. Batman Dylan Dog 2. We've yet to read this one and figure out what's going on. There's only 3 of them, so this is the penultimate already. New Titan is introduced.
Batman Dylan Dog. How did I miss this thing? What? But Sergio Bonelli's Nightmare Investigation. Okay, yeah. I think I was so incredulous the last time we looked at this. But now they've got John Constantine in the mix, so I'm on board again.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There's a chance.
Starfire Teen Titans, a 208-page softcover.
DC's adult superhero for the kids. Isn't she always whoring around?
Yep. She's very open.
Prez is back. No way. This is a new Prez?
DC's critically acclaimed political satire returns, now available in young adult format. So it is back.
Dog Girl.
It is in a softcover.
I forgot about this until just now. I think, didn't I not like Prez? I did, didn't I?
I believe you did, but would you read a 184-page softcover?
Oh,
this is actually just collecting Prez 1 through 6.
Yeah, it's not new.
With a short from Catwoman Election Night #1 in DC.
Which I may have missed that, but I thought it was a revisit, and I was like, that's fun.
Yep. Batman and Robin and Howard, more young adult. Primer, more young adult. The Batman and Scooby-Doo Mysteries #4.
What a great cover.
That is very cool jinkies indeed. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You 127. Sandman 19 Remastered.
This is like the original Vertigo.
Yeah.
I don't like it. No, this is the Vertigo,
Batman,
is it?
Okay.
Is it the Vertigo? What's it on here? This edition of Sin. Maybe it is. I don't know.
I'm not seeing any of those words.
Yeah. Okay. First Night, number 2, Dan Jurgens. Nice.
Yeah.
There's Hellblazer, Dead in America. Oh, that's a great cover.
By Cy Spurrier. And there's your Jim Lee covers.
So he's doing all those this month?
Yep. I like that we're bringing back Batman Who Laughs.
Are you?
Dude, he always makes awesome covers.
Yeah, that's...
Our facsimile is Brave and the Bold 54 from 1960.
Yeah.
This is where Kid Flash, Aqualad, and Robin first come together and work as a team.
Has DC kept the facsimiles in print? Or are they like, you get them when they come out and then they go away?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm not sure. Showcase 22, facsimile edition. This is, of course, our Green Lantern cover with him re-guiding the missile.
Trades and...
Yep, already trying to get us to buy the trade for Justice League, Godzilla, and Kong, and we don't know who wins.
Right.
Gotham War, Neo-Gothic, Time of Titans, back in action. Hawk Girl, Shazam, you name it. Vixen.
Lots and lots of collected editions, and our ad for the back is, what is it? Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1, animated, and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, which is available. There you go. February 2nd.
February 2nd. And I knew it was coming up.
There you go. Coming out soon. All right, DC. You know you got me on a lot of that stuff.
All right, we've seen the future. Let's head back to the past and look at the secondary market with our cover price top 10. Drew, I'm going to skip around because this one sucks. Because
now listen,
all
we remember the last guys that said, hey, we're going to show some restraint and we're only going to feature 1 or 2 Ultimate Spider-Mans. These guys have no restraint.
They're just dumping raw data.
Raw data. Okay.
So 8 out of 10 of these are Ultimate Spider-Man. So our number 1 is Ultimate Spider-Man number 1, the Marco Cicchetto Costume Tease cover B. 21 copies sold. High sale of 30 for raw, settling to 25 on average. The costume cover C. Wow, so I'm sorry. That was at rank 10. We're going from 10 to 1. And at rank 9, we have the Marco Cicchetto Costume Tease cover C. This is the Batman 2099. 25 copies sold. High of 30, settling to 19. Hey, we have a different book at rank 8. We have Daredevil number 9. This is, of course, our Echo stuff. We talk about an additional 48 copies of that one selling. We're not going to talk about CGC 9.8 because Drew is under a conspiracy theory. And Near Mint's at 96. CGC 9. At rank 7, the 1 in 25 Tony Daniels cover saw 90 copies sold of 1 in 25, Drew. High sale of just $21 and settling to 27. So still sitting at ratio. Another different book, Drew. We have our good friend Kid Venom. Origins number 1. This is the 1 per store variant. We've been kicking around for a while. We tracked 60 copies sold in the last 7 days. $50 was the high sale, settling to 34.
Totally here. They could have made the top 10 all ultimates. If your top 20 has 10 ultimates in it,
just make it.
Manipulate it so that they're the top 10. Come on. How hard is that?
At rank 5. Checking. At rank 5, we have the J. Scott Campbell cover, as we love those. 55 copies sold. $23 was the high sale for raw. Near mint at 17. The 1 in 10 design variant cover comes in at rank 4. 76 copies sold. $18 the high, settling to 13. At rank 3, we have the black suit, Drew. This is our Marco Cicchetto Costume Tease A, which is the black suit. 32 copies sold. High of $60, settling to 52. At rank 2, we have the family portrait, Drew.
Yeah, that's great.
Ryan Stegman. 132 copies sold on the aftermarket. Crushes the runner-up number 1 by 50 copies. But it bears of debuting. So, yeah.
I'm going to have to read this, man. I don't know how I've not read it yet. Why have I not read this yet? So
And, of course, our number 1 is the regular cover A. 81 copies, $70 the high sale, $58.
Now, so why? Okay, so I'm really happy I mean, that makes me pleased as punch that the A regular cover is the top seller, the most sought after, but I cannot explain it except I want it to be, because that's, just old school collecting, and cover A's are where it's at, and food of variants and all that stuff. But that can't be the answer. Why? Why is the A the most sought after? Do you know? Can you tell? Can you guess?
It's classic universe. It's classic.
No, that can't be it.
It's classic Ultimates. People like it.
No. I mean, when they have all these choices, normally they go for the hot rarity cool cover. And so they're going for the A, readily available cover. I love it. I just don't understand it.
Maybe when this came out, everybody picked their favorites and they all forgot the A, and they're like, crap, I got to go back and get that.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, rank 11, we got the David Marquez Virgin 1 in 100 Ultimate 1. 44 copies of that one. High sale of 100 for a raw. Near mints around 80. At 12, we have Spawn number 1, the old school 9.9 sold for 4,800. Near mint sell around $34. We sold 42 more Spawns. God dang, never stops. At 13, we have Ultimate Spider-Man 1, the Elizabeth Torque, which sold 22 copies, $14 for a raw. See, there you go. So there's 2 more Ultimates. You could have knocked those 2 Kid Venom and whatever the other one, Daredevil, out of that top 10 and made a full top 10 of all Ultimates. That'd have been fun. You missed opportunity, right? Missed opportunity. At rank 14, we have Beneath the Trees, Where Nobody Sees number 2. This is a great book. Such a great book. Track 27 copies. High sale of $90 for a CGC 9.8 already. Current raws around 20. At rank 15, we got another Ultimate, the Nick Klein cover. Sold 27 copies. High sale of $15 for a raw. Beneath the Trees, Where Nobody Sees number 1. Back to the cover A. Still selling. 22 more copies of this sold. $90 for a raw. Rank 17, we've got Wolverine 36, the Stegman. This is Kid Venom first appearance, right? No, Helverine. Sorry, Helverine. 26 copies of this sold. 180 for a near mint. That's a high sale, average. Rank 18, we have Fall of the House of X, number 1. The Art Germ Magic Virgin 1 in 50. Continues to move. We sold 18 more copies of this with $95 as a high for a near mint plus. And current near mint's going around 80.
What's a near mint plus?
I don't know. I don't know. What is a near mint plus?
Yeah.
Like guaranteed to be a 9.8 or a 9.9? Like, is that what they're saying? I don't know. At rank 19, we have The Hood, number 1. We talked about that.
This might, hold on, let's read through this one, because this might tell us if it's actually optioned.
Yeah, Ghost Rider's past amalgam, The Helverine, was an immensely popular book in 2023. This past week, Marvel announced that a new Spirit of Vengeance will emerge. The Hood has been named the successor to Johnny Blaze, who will soon become the Spirit of Vengeance. Okay, so The Hood is the new Ghost Rider. Okay.
There you go.
The new series said to be an epic crime saga, and it is titled Ghost Rider Final Vengeance. New book set to debut March 13th, and will bring to life this new version of Ghost Rider. Will it be as popular as the Helverine? Only time will tell. In the meantime, fans are collecting the first appearance of The Hood. So 10 copies sold, $35 for a Deer Mint Raw. And at rank 20, near and dear to my heart, Criminal number 1.
Wow.
Ed Brubaker's Criminal series is headed to Amazon Prime, where they will destroy it and ruin it for me, like they have all my beloved Paper Girls and the Why the Last Man. So, you bastards. However, this past week, Amazon requested an order for the comic book adaptation. There isn't an official release date yet, but this news was enough for the book to get on collectors' radar. It has hit the aftermarket and taken off as collectors try to grab a copy of the first issue of the series. 19 copies sold, high sale, $35 for an Air Mint ROM. So good for Criminal and Ed Brubaker.
Heck
How has
yeah.
not all his stuff been optioned at this point? I mean, I don't get it. It's all great. Maybe this is the beginning. Maybe this is the beginning of the new age of crime noir.
It's possible.
Yeah. Speaking of the new age, Kyle, it's time for a sneak peek at next week. Given what the people wanted.
All right, let's head over to Lunar Distributions. Look at our items that are coming out on the 23rd and see what we can find here. Let's start with some Amazon's Attack #4.
No, let's not. Let's move on to maybe that Batman, the Brave and the Bold Matina cover, which is pretty
all right. Talk to me about the cover B. What do you know about the cover B?
Bruno Redondo.
Uh-huh.
And is that supposed to be an homage to something?
Yes, that is an animated series homage.
Oh, okay. That's Bruno Redondo. You can't just do a cover. Got to be something.
Detective Comics 1081. The Evan Cagle looks like a Indiana Jones cover almost.
Yeah. And that Riccardo Federici looks creepy and cool too.
And Hyuk Lee doing the tarot card stock.
Is that Lobo or somebody else?
No.
Like on the top of that. No. Facsimiles of Flash 123, the race between two Flashes. Classic cover. Oh, man.
There's a random alien on a Flash cover. That's weird.
Yeah, Mike Deodato just kind of like bringing that out of left field.
There's this Friz and Quinn cover is one of my favorites.
It's a good one. It's a good one. I love how the glasses match the lollipop, match the cutaway in her outfit. Very clever. Yeah. Really good. Good use of color.
The Derek Chu Suicide Squad is good.
Yeah. Power Girls are just okay this time.
Raza's not bad on the cover C.
Yeah.
Bjorn Barron's Titans Beast World.
Why am I missing that? Where is that? Oh, went right by it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Why is there a little canary on the cover of Beast World One Shot by Cully Hamner? I guess we'll have to find out.
Yeah.
Have to read it to find out.
Black Canary has been turned into a Black Canary.
Yeah, okay. I like that. I'll go with that.
And let's see what's on the 24th for the releases.
Bloodrick gets a second printing. Wow. Okay. I would have guessed that. Ghost Machine gets a lot of covers. This is Gary Frank. Is that who this is? Our boy from what's this? Oh, this is from the Geiger. See, the Geiger.
Oh,
universe.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why there's so many. I mean, we're talking, geez, cover M. All the way to cover M. That's a lot of covers. And I haven't read a Geiger in a while, so.
And they already had a spin-off for Geiger, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was the soldier one.
Joe or whatever.
Yeah, yep. I know what you're saying. Newburn, is this the final? It's getting close to the end. Getting close. That's issue 14. Just one cover. How do you live with just one cover? There's Cryptid 5. We talked about it.
There's our Project Cryptid #5.
All these great Transformers covers. 4th printing, 3rd printing, 2nd printings. 6th printing of Void Rivals #1. Holy smokes.
Man, so good.
You've got to read these. I don't know what you're waiting on. That's all. I mean, it's got you written all over it.
Yeah, this is made for me.
Good stuff there. Let's head on down to our other titles, where we have Damn Them All, #12. I thought that was already out.
Yeah, interesting. I like the FOC reveal cover.
That's the final Damn Them All.
Power Pack Into the Storm #1.
So it's just a couple of covers. We're a little restraint there. Is this is a one shot or a new series launch?
I think it's
they're exploring a new adventure. Maybe it's a one shot. Right. They're just not going to tell us.
We've talked about it before. No, there was a few of them. We've talked about it.
Yeah. A Resurrection of Magneto with a cool negative space cover by JTC, whoever that is.
Yeah. Star Wars THRAWN Alliances #1. Jody Hauser and Timothy Zahn.
This could have some heat behind it based on the last.
I like it. And the promo variant, the #2.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I like all the covers. Dang it.
It definitely could be hot.
Yeah. Down to Dynamite. Not finding that.
Well, you know my hate relationship with Dynamite. for the most part.
Eh?
Never anything in there for me. How about Crash Down? Now that's a massive whatnot. I don't know that I like that out of principle, but some cool homages.
Yeah. Yeah. The video game homage, can you tell me that one? Oh, I tell you it. That's so stupid.
Where we at?
Crash Down. Are you sure you're not allowed to like Crash?
I just don't like whatnot. So it taints it for me. So this is that's a Metroid, right?
That's Metroid. And we also have.
Where does it tell you that?
If you click on it, it says homage to.
Oh, cool.
And we also have a Ben Templesmith cover. And he's
man, it is hard to hate that.
And we also have an Event Horizon.
Yeah, I don't know that. D&D Saturday Morning Adventures 2, number 1. Dead Detective comes back with its second issue. We got a Metallica Ride the Lightning homage for Dynamic Forces Prism. Dear Editor. Wait a minute. Dear Editor. Dear Editor from Mad Cave. Mad Cave's been doing some
Mod Cave.
The Skeeters and stuff. Skeeters. A John Doe. Slay lures a journalist into a world of political intrigue, a Wi-Fi enabled grotto, and a station locker full of secrets for Bucky, an editor in the crime beat, known as The Truth. It's all in a day's work. But he also happens to be a deer. Will he chase down his last story in this Antler Noir series? Dear Editor is perfect for fans of nothing. Because it's about a deer who's a journalist. Okay. That's great. That is great. I'm reading that.
Top of the stack.
That's a top of the stack. He's a deer. He's a editor. He's a deer editor.
Yeah.
That's my concept. That's what I'm doing.
I had an idea.
I got an idea. Blood Moon Comics LLC gives us Edie number 1. I don't know what it is. It looks alien-y. Got some alien capture here. Salt going on.
All of the covers creep me out.
They are very creepy. Very, very creepy. Ghost in the Shell.
I am not muted. I just have not found anything worth that.
I know, man. It's Holy Roller, the 3rd issue of Holy Roller. That's a good one.
I stand by what I said.
That's the Adam Sandberg book. It's pretty good, surprisingly. Well, Boundless found some lookers sitting in the corner. Gonna sell those. What is Boundless?
Did you mix Adam Sandler and Andy Sandberg together and say Adam Sandberg?
I might have. I did. Man, you put those two together. Yeah. Man, quite the force they would be.
They literally are. It's a movie called That's My Boy.
That's true. Night of the Living Dead. Avatar found some books too. That's good. My 2 publishers of yesteryear.
Quested is of course another video game homage, and it's Twilight Princess by Zelda. But
yes. So they tell you.
They tell us as well.
I like the fact that they're giving us the homage for the dumb people. I can't remember.
That's why people listen to our program, to tell the homages. They're taking something from us.
Take it from us. Rumpus Room finishes up Mark Russell's AWA series. That's been really good. Skeeters. We get the 2nd issue of Skeeters. Can't wait. First issue was so good.
Skeeters, heck yeah.
Can't go wrong with Skeeters. Smash number 1. That's a Rebellion 2000 AD book by Paul Grist about Victorian England and demons.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'm going to skip that one. Star Trek Defiant Annual for you Trekkies out there.
Very weird TMNT ongoing number 47. The cover B by Kevin Eastman and Sophie Campbell.
Yeah.
So you got electronics and ooze in the background and just a headshot of a character I'm not completely familiar with.
Yeah. They're pretty good, though, both covers. Pretty
apparently
darn
good. It's Leonardo's new protege. And we are on the road to 150.
Legacy 4,000.
Yeah, no doubt. Maybe.
Well, I think I know what my pick is. I really don't think there's any competition at all.
Thank you, Mad Cave Studios.
It's Dear Editor from Mad Cave, and I'm super excited about it. So I can't wait to read this one. You better get it, because the Venn diagram of deers and journalists is very, very small. It's one. It's one.
Yes.
So those
It's
fans
not a
of
lot.
both genres will be coming for this.
Yeah. And I'm going to go, since you went a little bit left, I'm going to go straight. Star Wars THRAWN Alliance is number one, the promo variant.
Which
Jody,
one
how
was
was yours?
that?
That was the one with Hayden Christensen and THRAWN on the front.
Oh, it had real characters?
It seems like it, yeah. It seems like they're more of pulled from the real series.
Gotcha. Very cool.
Series.
I see it. Very cool.
We want to thank you for tagging along with Drew and myself as we go through our sneak peeks at this week. If you want more from Kyle and Drew, head on over to patreon.com. Find comics for fun and profit. Throw a couple of bucks our way, and we will find some additional things to show you. Some fun to be had on the side, ad-free, all kinds of good stuff. So for Drew and for myself, see you.
It's time once again for our winter giveaway. This giveaway is very simple to enter. Be a patron. So the easiest way to enter is go to patreon.com/comicsfunprofit. Become a patron at any level at our Patreon site, and you can do it that way. You can also enter by going to Threadless and buying some merch and tagging us in a photo of you in said merch. So if you like one of our t-shirts or hats or whatever, and you go to comicsfunprofit.threadless.com and find all our merch and like some of it, buy it, wear it. You can either tag us in social with you wearing it, or send us a photo of you wearing it, and you're entered. So those are the two ways: be a patron and buy merch, and then you get entered in our winter giveaway, which is fun swag giveaways of photos and stickers and signed comics, just like our fall giveaway was. And we had 5 lucky winners win stuff in our fall giveaway. So we're hoping to have as many entrants this time that we can give away that many again. So be a patron, buy merch, enter the winter giveaway. Check out beacons.ai/comicsfunprofit for all the C4FAP links you could ever need, all in one place. You can provide feedback, listen, support, share, enjoy these. We have our Patreon there. You can buy us a beer or a coffee. You can check out our Instagrams, our Twitters, our Facebooks. Check out our YouTube page. You can email us. You can listen to our podcasts on Patreon, if you're a subscriber, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, on Podbean. We have Google Podcasts on there. We have an Amazon wish list. You want to buy Kyle and I something? Fine. You can do that here. We appreciate it. We have Kyle's RPG podcast listed on there, so you can check out his Dork Day Afternoon offerings. We have Cowabunga links, so you can check out the Cowabunga Deep Discount FOC and pre-order list. Get on that. That's our LCS, so you can check that out as well. And we want to just give you opportunities to say hi, to check out what we're doing, support us if you would like, or just listen. Check out beacons.ai/comicsfunprofit for all the C4FAP links you could ever need. Thanks.